Go ahead and post that one.
You are good.
All right, folks. Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. Want to explain our system for the booster pump, how we prime it, how we use it. So we've got two different ways, first of all, to prime the system. We have our water coming in from what will be hooked up to the house. Normally this would be open, filling up into our bulk tank or a buffer tank. Otherwise, when we want to prime through with our force-fed water, we would close that so that doesn't allow the water to go there. It's going to force it here. Right now, this is forced, so it's this left here. Takes the water in, and then this goes up and into the booster pump, and then it comes out here. If we're feeding it from the tank, or priming it from the tank, which usually we'd want about 200 gallons, we could probably get away with it at that 125 that it's at right now. But we would switch this here, so now we have the elbows coming this way. We've got our water coming down and through here. This is pointing towards us, so it's taking water in. When we want it to pull from the proportioner, we switch that valve. And we'll go back and forth. With the air diaphragm pump, it's a little bit simpler. It's literally just switch the dials to where you need them. But for this, we're gonna have water going through it. It's coming out of this bottom part. Once we have a solid stream coming out of there of water, then we switch it to start pulling soap or pulling water from this. Get a solid stream. You may need to go back and forth 2 or 3 times. You should have a bucket here instead of killing the grass. So you set your water. Those out of the way. So you do your water all the way open first. Go back and forth a couple times. Once you're good there, then you open the bleach up all the way, going back and forth until this is again a solid stream. If it's burping, if it seems to be inconsistent, you need to switch it back so that you're getting water back in here to eliminate the air bubbles. That's the biggest thing there. You'll also see the bleach coming down through here. And then soap really open it up all the way. You'll see up here the soap start coming through it, especially since right now we're using Apple Wash, and then go ahead and set that wherever we want it. When we're done for the day, and now once it's primed, so if we're doing a house and we're at 1.5 or 1, and then we need to do the roof, we just dial it down there. We don't have to mess with any of this. This just opens up this valve further and allows us to start pulling more stuff. Up here is our flush valve. So right now we have it pulling from the bleach line. We go like that. That will pull water to flush this valve at the end of the job. You want to basically close your soap, have this all the way open, flip this around, make sure that down here is open as well, and then this will bring water in, flushes this valve out. You can even shut the water valve if necessary to really force all suction to be going through that SH line, and then just leave it like this so that way we don't have any more bleach sitting on that check valve. So we'll close that up, close that, close that. As far as the booster in here, again, we've got our on-off switch. We've got our inlet that comes up here. This is our outlet, and then this is our bypass line. The booster pump needs to be burped basically once a minute or every 2 minutes, really at the most. That means if you stop spraying in this spot and we need to move the ladder or go to a different spot, just take it, spray it at the dirt, spray it at some mulch, spray it not on grass or something that we don't want to kill. That'll basically move enough, and about a 2 or 3 second spray will get enough solution so that what was in here that was starting to heat up is already out. We do have our unloader inside here. I'll show that. That is basically the weak point. Is that right there? That's the only piece of plastic in it. If this pops off, we have to take this whole piece out, take that barb off, put a new one on. That's pretty much it as far as the booster pump. If it starts to get any debris coming out of the gun, any plastic, just shut it off or figure out how close we are to finishing the job. It's possible that the diffuser plates could have been busted, fallen apart inside there. If it's tripping the breaker, let me know, because that can also be an issue where there's issues inside there causing additional resistance and draw. We've got our regular guns for the whole system. We can take these off if need be. You can just spray straight with the gun. That's pretty much it for the booster pump. Air diaphragm will be the exact same, with the exception that you literally just turn on the compressor, make sure air is flowing through it, and then just set your dials. So that's it.